Why is James Harden not playing tonight against the Suns? Clippers star's sudden absence explored. James Harden's name appearing on the inactive list always sends shockwaves through the NBA world, and tonight is no exception. When fans tuned in expecting to see the Los Angeles Clippers square off against the Phoenix Suns, many were stunned to learn that Harden would not be suiting up. With no dramatic pre-game announcement or viral moment explaining the situation, questions immediately began circulating online. Why is James Harden not playing tonight against the Suns? Let's break down the most likely reasons behind the Clippers star's sudden absence and what it could mean moving forward. First, it's important to understand that Harden's absence doesn't automatically signal disaster. Throughout his career, Harden has logged heavy minutes and carried massive offensive responsibilities. Even now with the Clippers, he remains a key playmaker, often tasked with running the offense, facilitating for stars like Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, and shouldering pressure late in games. That workload adds up, especially during stretches with tight scheduling or travel-heavy road trips. One of the most common explanations for a late scratch is injury management. Harden has dealt with minor issues in recent seasons, including foot soreness, hamstring tightness, and general lower body fatigue. While none of these may be severe enough to warrant long-term concern, NBA teams are far more cautious today than they were a decade ago. A small discomfort can easily turn into a multi-week injury if ignored, so the Clippers may have decided that sitting Harden for one game is the smartest long-term move. Another major factor could be load management. The Clippers are no strangers to this strategy, particularly with Kawhi Leonard, but it applies to Harden as well. Even if he's technically healthy, the coaching staff might feel that rest is necessary, especially if Harden has recently logged heavy minutes or played in back-to-back games. Against a competitive Western Conference opponent like Phoenix, fans expect stars on the floor, but teams often prioritize the bigger picture over a single regular season matchup. There's also the possibility of illness or personal reasons. These situations are frequently kept vague out of respect for player privacy. When teams list a player as out due to non-injury related reasons, it doesn't mean anything dramatic. It could be as simple as flu-like symptoms or a personal matter that requires attention. In many cases, players return within a game or two with no lingering effects. Some fans have wondered whether strategic coaching decisions could be at play. While it's rare to sit a star purely for tactical reasons, coaches occasionally rest veterans to evaluate rotations, give younger players more responsibility, or manage matchups during a long season. If the Clippers feel confident they can compete without Harden for one night, they might view this game as an opportunity to test different lineups. Of course, any time James Harden is out, trade speculation inevitably creeps into the conversation. Harden's career has been marked by blockbuster moves and dramatic exits, so fans are understandably sensitive to sudden absences. However, there's currently no clear indication that this situation is related to trade talks or internal conflict. In most cases, a late scratch is far more boring than social media rumors make it seem. Harden's absence also has a ripple effect on the Clippers' game plan. Without him, ball handling duties shift significantly. Expect more on-ball responsibility for Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, along with increased playmaking opportunities for role players. This can change the pace of the offense and place additional pressure on the Clippers' bench to produce consistent scoring. From the Suns' perspective, Harden being out changes defensive priorities. Phoenix would normally prepare extensively for Harden's ability to draw fouls, orchestrate pick-and-rolls, and create open looks for teammates. Without him, the Suns can focus more attention on limiting Leonard and George, potentially altering the flow of the game entirely. For fans, the frustration is understandable. Primetime matchups are meant to showcase the league's biggest stars, and Harden versus the Suns is a draw. But the modern NBA is as much about sustainability as it is about entertainment. Teams that manage player health effectively are often the ones still standing deep into the postseason. Looking ahead, the key question is whether Harden's absence is short-term or something more. If this is simply a rest day or minor issue, he should be back on the court quickly. However, if the Clippers continue to be cautious or provide limited updates, fans may start watching his status more closely in the coming games. Ultimately, James Harden not playing tonight against the Suns appears to be a precautionary or situational decision rather than a sign of serious trouble. While the lack of immediate clarity fuels speculation, history suggests that most of these absences are routine in today's NBA landscape. As always, the situation is fluid, and official updates will provide the clearest answers. Until then, Clippers fans will hope this brief absence helps keep Harden fresh, effective, and ready when the games truly matter. One thing is certain, when James Harden is off the floor, people notice, and the conversation never stays quiet for long.